Hi guys, hope you're well. I just thought I'd finish off the day or finish off the evening just with a little bit more mobility stuff for you to try. It's becoming quite apparent that obviously some of you are starting to have little niggles that maybe you didn't have before. And a lot of the time that will just be down to the fact that we're not moving as much. You'll potentially find that the amount of exercise you're doing, that kind of thing, will be similar to what it was before. But just day to day or your daily basis, you're sort of going around about your business. You're maybe not moving quite as much, especially if you're working from home now. You'll probably find you're not going to move quite as much in the confines of your own home as you would, even if you were office based before. You'd maybe be walking about around about the office. You'd maybe go out at lunchtime, have a little walk or a little run about at lunchtime just to get up and get yourself moving. And that causes issues because you're not moving so much. When you do go do exercise, that kind of thing, you're maybe not as well lubricated in the joints. You're maybe not as mobile as you would normally be. And that can manifest itself in a lot of the ways. A lot of the time it will be if you're tight through the hips, glutes, etc. It might not end up being the hips and the glutes that start to hurt. It's going to be things like knees, ankles, backs, that kind of thing are going to be the ones that hurt. So I just thought I'd quickly just go through a couple of little movements that you can do that are really good for working through the hip, loosening off the hip if you've been sitting all day, etc. But also they get a little bit of movement, a little bit of mobility into the other joints as well, so the knees and the ankles, etc. Which is really good to have in there. So all you get to do is just nice and simply sit yourself into a low squat position. Don't worry if you can't get as low as I am at the moment. Just sit as low as you can into position with the elbows on the insides of the knees. All then what you do is take your left hand. You're just going to place the left hand down behind you and rotate round so you've got both knees onto the floor. So once you're in that position, you're going to have both knees on the floor. You're going to have your heel of your left foot in kind of where your groin, and then your heel out behind you. From there, sit yourself down so your bum is onto the floor, and all what you can do from there is you're just going to raise up, push the hips forward. As you push the hips forward, you're going to feel that big stretch through the front of the body, through the front of the hips, stretching it out. And then lower back down. If you need to use the hand behind, you can use the hand behind, that's fine to do. Push up, it's that little kick off the floor that normally tends to be the hardest part of the movement here. And then back down, again up, push the hips forward, back down. And just aim to do maybe about 5 or 6 of these. So it's right the way down, and then again, up, push the hips to the front. Once you've done about 5 or 6, return to that low squat position again. You can just flick round if you're a ninja. If you need to, as I do, use the hands to get yourself back around, back into that low squat position. Hold it just for a couple of seconds again, just to kind of get the body back into a bit more normality. And then from there, again, right hand down behind you, turn it round again, same detail. Just get it so you've got both knees onto the floor, heel in by the groin, and again, sit onto the bum. From there, all you're going to do is again, raise up, push the hips forward, back down, again, up, push the hips forward. And again, if you need to, don't be shy, you can pop that hand down behind you, push up, get those hips forward, back down, again, up, get those hips forward, back down. From there again, once you're finished, make your way back round, back into your low squat position, and then from there, stand yourself up. The next one, the second one I'll get you to do is a long lunge. So all you're going to do is just take yourself, so you've got one foot forward, the back leg, really step back as far as you can. So kind of beyond what you would normally if you were doing a lunge. You want to get that big stretch through the hips before you do anything at all. Then from there, take that knee down to the ground. Keep your shoulders back and your chest proud. All you're going to do is from the ground, just raise up, back down, relax, raise up, back down, relax. So you're not going into a full lunge, so you're not coming all the way up. You're just literally pushing off the floor, holding, back down, up, holding, back down. As you're holding, you should really feel that big opening up stretch, pulling through the hips, loosening out all that tension, and relax there. From there, make your way back up onto your feet. Again, same detail, take a nice big wide, and again make sure it's wide, so really step that leg back as far as you can. You pretty much almost want to have the back leg straight, and then from there again, lower yourself down to the floor or down to the mat, and then again all you're going to do is literally just push up just a couple of inches, back down, up just a couple of inches, back down, nice and easy, up and back down. And again, just go for about 5 or 6 reps on each side. see how you feel. You should feel that stretch, that loosening off through the hip. If you want to do a couple of sets of these exercises, you can. They're mobility exercises more than flexibility exercises, so they're designed to build strength through movement. So it's not about with flexibility. Flexibility is very much about kind of how much you can bend, how much you can contort your body, that kind of thing. Whereas mobility is more about having strength through those ranges of movement. So you're mobile enough to get into these positions, but not only are you in these positions, you're strong enough to hold those positions, and the muscles are going to function, and they're going to be able to work through a full range. So don't be shy with the exercises. You'll maybe find the first time you try and do them, you'll be stiff as a board, and it'll just be like, nah, not going to happen. Try it a few times, and you'll get better. Really, mobility is one of those things, guys, that you need to stick at it. Unfortunately, you try it once, and you'll be like, nah, I totally can't do that. Whereas you do it 2 or 3 times, your body starts to get looser and kind of get into the habit of what it's doing, and realise what it's doing is actually not going to cause it any damage. And then you'll be able to do it a wee bit more. So give it a go, guys. Let me know if it works. If you want anything else, if there's something that's perhaps niggling you, let me know. It might be something that's niggling somebody else, and either myself or one of the other guys will know a way to alleviate it for you. That's what we're here for, guys. We're here to get you guys through, obviously, the lockdown and the whole situation in the best shape that you possibly can be, so that when we get back to the park and however many months it might be, we can just get straight to it, and we can hit the ground running. All right, guys, have a good evening.